that we're gonna go with dead ass body juice?
Yeah,
That works for me.
It's not wrong.
That's dirty as fuck, bro.
that's the scientific term for it.
Yeah.
Yes,
About right.
now, students, we're going to drain the dead-ass body juice from the cadaver through the Y-shaped incision.
Hence why we have the cadaver.
It's science.
You drink that shit too, huh?
Hey,
Yeah.
if I can, why not?
That's... Yo! What's going on, guys? Like you guys just heard, Zhoniin is a dirty motherfucker. He's out here drinking dead body juice. But
Oh,
we out here, we getting it popping with chapter, is it 100.2 technically, or 100 complete?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Something like that.
yeah.
Some more greatness. Too much greatness. The epitome of greatness. And some additional greatness. What did you guys think about the chapter, man? Oh, well, before we get into that, I guess we gotta appropriately sign in the heroes and shit with their hero entrances. Was Gucci Lu Zhoniin?
Hey, what's up, motherfuckers? It's your boy Shonen.
Oh, God.
Nani?
Ready to talk about some fucking One Punch Man. Yeah!
What up, the Henny? What's good, Satsuki?
Hey, what up, bitch, man? It's your boy Satsuki the Savage and his motherfucker doing it big out here. Out there with the Draco, out here with the Henny on the right side, the bitch to the left. You already know.
You got that intro in your own video.
Yeah.
Oh, what's good, Matt?
Hey, pals.
I knew it.
You came in
I'm
here
just
like
kidding.
4 kids.
I'm here to talk about One Punch Man and chew bubblegum, and I guess I'm all out of bubblegum. Bye.
Hey, that's so gay.
We need to have a balance. We all can't be badasses. There needs to be a balance.
Oh, what's good, Kishin?
Yeah, pretty good. Hello, people of the Punchverse.
Oh shit! All right, so let's go from the top then. What did you guys feel about the chapter rating? Quick little thoughts and shit before we get into it.
I very much enjoyed it. Unexpected conclusion, at least for the moment.
I really liked it. I liked the Ticklebug surprise. It was different. It reminded me of like Genos versus Awakened Cockroach. And yeah, Saitama's back, and whenever he does anything, it's very good. So yeah, good chapter.
We talked about this on our little miscellaneous live stream. I got mixed feelings on the chapter. That's all I'm gonna say.
I really didn't expect anything in this chapter to happen. I didn't even expect this chapter to come out. Honestly, I thought 100 was it. You know, Millennium Emperor Nova, Poison looks at his knife. It's all gone. But no, we got this, and it was a pleasant surprise to me. I'm totally on board with everything that happened in this chapter.
I couldn't say it better myself. Greatness on both ends. I was surprised about the revival thing. We'll probably get into that a lot too. The fact that this guy survived that to me is the biggest surprise. I guess we can start from there. So Phoenix Man tanked the fucking, what was it, the Millennium Emperor Nova head on with his Phoenix prominence form, bro. What does this say about? Hold on. What does this moment mean for the One Punch verse? Like, compared to everything else we've seen, what does this moment really mean?
Well, what it means is that we have super powerful characters out there, and that the power scale is spreading itself, which is nice because, you know, when we first saw Child Emperor step up to the plate, we're like, oh, this is cool. We're going to see some stuff from Child Emperor. When we saw Chapter 97, oh, this is pretty much what we expected. You know, he's got gizmos and gadgets, but he's not one of the ultra-powerful heroes that we have seen so far. Turns out, yeah, he actually is, because now he can do the Millennium Emperor Nova, but aside from that, he can just bring out Brave Giant if he really needs to. So this is showing us that probably most of the S-Class heroes are beasts in their own way. Well, we just don't know about it yet, especially the unknown ones. We're also seeing that the feats of power are getting more crazy. I'm going to have to go back to it again. We're going to be talking about it a lot. But the Millennium Emperor Nova, easily one of the most significant feats of power in the series, and it's coming from Child Emperor of all people. So I think that this is this place in the story where I don't think we can ever go back from this point. There's like the point in the story before the Nova and after, and everything's gonna kind of basically be chasing that. I assume, like, we can't just have Child Emperor have this magnanimous feat, and then no one else really comes close to it. I think it's just going to be chasing it after this point.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think what this chapter did and what Child Emperor's Blast did was kind of, first it validated him as 5th ranked S-class hero, because a lot of people, and it was a lot of people who just was like, yo, he has this rank simply because he's smart. And yeah, that's true, but I mean, with that suit with Brave Giant, that packs a lot of goddamn power, because there's not many occasions where we've seen something that powerful with from characters other than Saitama and like Boros. So I think as the chapters go by, we see more S-class heroes. We're going to see something that matches that. I mean, I don't know if we're going to see it like next chapter or some shit like that, but I definitely think we're going to see more amazing things from these S-class heroes, and definitely more from these villains and monsters. So
Mac?
Yeah, I think Zhoniin and Satsuki pretty much covered it all. I think if anything, just like they said, it kind of says a lot about like a no turning back point, because especially the fact that Phoenix Man, sure, he got his power boost, but he was still like a mid rank in the association, and we haven't even seen properly what most of the executives can do yet. So it sets the bar high for them, but I think it's going to be a bar that can be reached still for the S-class heroes.
It's interesting that we bring up the point that like everything else from this point onward is going to change. I love the ideal that this hero, who we perceive to be as an intelligence gatherer or like a person who utilizes technology to the utmost degree, but in a minimal physical manner, he displayed, obviously, as you guys already put it, one of the greatest physical feats. So what about the actual physical guys? Does that mean that Darkshine is going to have a feat that dwarfs this because of his actual physical prowess? Or does it mean that, like, for example, Pig God is going to be a fucking battle genius or some shit, even though he's a fat ass? That's what it makes me think, like, because this is obviously a trope. Like, this is like, the small kid main character type, because basically we should all realize that, like, all the S-class heroes are main character archetypes. They all have their own unique designs, and in other stories they would be the principle of the story. So to have this character of this like quirkish style be doing this, similar to like how My Hero, if we have to point out an example, where a small little guy like Deku can do that thing to that big ass robot in season 1, that's a comparison difference. So it makes me wonder, what the fuck is Atomic gonna do, bro?
I told you that you'd come around. It's already begun. You're referencing My Hero, and you didn't even hate it.
And it's the first thing you went to. You
Hey,
didn't have any other examples.
Hey, let me say
We
this.
welcome you
That's
with
right.
open arms.
Metal Bat
Whenever you wanna
would body
go to the
All
team,
Might. Metal
so
Bat
you know.
would fuck All Might in the ass.
Yeah,
no
that's cool.
question.
Anyway, I think that the heroes. What you're saying about the other heroes, what feats will they have that can compare to this? Well, I don't necessarily think it's going to be as big and extravagant as the Millennium Emperor Nova. I mean, really, like, do you really think Darkshine's going to like do a spirit bomb or something? It's just not likely. I think that it's going to be different, but just as significant. So we've seen that Flashy Flash, his big thing was the Flashy Slash, but also what came with it was him soloing 2 damn dragons. That in itself is more significant than the Millennium Emperor Nova, because while the Millennium Emperor Nova likely can wipe a city and it looks incredible, and it's certainly from an aesthetic standpoint it's much grander than the Flashy Slash for sure, but its significance, it falls below that because he couldn't take care of one dragon in Phoenix Man, and that was essentially the limit of his power. So we're going to see things that have a greater significance. So I'm assuming now, just let me point it out. I don't spoil anything in these podcasts, as you know. So everything I say is just my guess. But I'm going to assume that Darkshine, like his big feat, will likely be one-shotting a dragon or something like that. Like he just, boom, one move, dragon's dead. Something that we really haven't seen from anyone outside of Saitama. And then as for like Zombie Man, I really don't know what he could do to get on par with Child Emperor, Flashy Flash, and potentially with Darkshine is capable of. But, you know, I just think it's going to follow that suit. Like, everyone will have a very super impressive feat in their own right, but they will be different somehow. You know, some more extravagant than others, some more significant and meaningful than others.
Variety is the spice of life.
There you go.
I was gonna say, it's funny too that we were given, I think, 2 nerfs for the Brave Giant. The primary one that it's not a complete mech, and then the secondary one that has a time limit for its usage. So I guess an energy core or whatever. And then the third one that I guess is supposed to be able to self-destruct after a certain point of damage or after a certain point. And I guess he was able to channel all that power into the Emperor Nova instead. So with 3 potential like extreme downfalls, self-destruction, an energy limit, and the fact that it's incomplete, and it still did this much. That has to be like literally for the power scale, if you get what I'm saying. Like it shows a feat that seems incredible, but there are back burners on it, so that other things that are going to be compared to it that don't have those back burners can indeed be expansions instead of like a replica. You know, if one person punches out a dragon with one hit, it won't seem as impressive as if the second or third person does it. It'll be like, okay, people can do that. So I think that it's really interesting that you bring it up like that.
First of all, I want to ask this question since Shonen said it. If Darkshine asked off for your energy, are you putting your hands up? Because I'm sorry, if he asked me for my energy, I'm not giving that.
Well, hey, maybe that's
man.
what the new Brave Giant will be. Instead of just Kamehameha, it goes full Spirit Bomb.
Bro, he's on his knees giving thanks in like the 3rd panel, bro. Come on, like.
Is this something personal you have against Darkshine, or you just?
No, it's just like, yo, man. Like, if I just like, honestly, if I seen this man, this big burly dude, just asking, I'd have been like, man, I don't trust you, bro. Now, if I knew about his rank and who he was, maybe, but nah, like, I'm sorry.
All right.
But what I was gonna say is the blast with Child Emperor, that really set the bar with power. I don't necessarily think we're gonna see something comparable just again with power, but basically what Shonen said with we may not see somebody just like rival that blast, but we may just see something just as amazing with the fights, maybe something with strategy, because I think like Zombie Man is somebody that is going to use like strategy to possibly beat one of these monsters. And you know, we can see somebody just like tank a hit from a dragon level monster or something like that, or like Shonen said, we can see somebody get one-shotted on some Kaido shit. So I don't think like we're going to see. I'm not going to say we're never going to see anything as powerful as that blast for Child Emperor, because I do think we will, but I don't think we're going to see it anytime soon. But we're going to see amazing shit.
I'd like to see some Kaido stuff and somebody say something similar to him, like, we don't need any more executives. Or something.
It'll be Black Sperm, you know it.
Black S now.
Whatever.
Can't say sperm.
Is that his official translation?
No, that's just me censoring it so that my videos don't get demonetized.
Oh, okay.
Hey, this is Grimm shit. We can demonetize it.
What the
That's
fuck?
what I'm saying. I started this off with a motherfucker. I know what this is all
Fuck?
You safe. We good.
It's a fuck niggas out here, All right. So let's. I saw Zhoniin. If you guys check out his channel, I think he did a video about Child Emperor in its entirety, or like the How Strong Child Emperor video recently. If I'm wrong.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, bro.
I watched it. It was a good video, Nick.
Thank you.
It's on my watch list.
Yeah, go ahead and like that shit. Like it twice. Then unlike it just so you can like it again. Then share that shit to your friends so they can like that shit. But in the meantime, while you're doing that, we're gonna talk about Child Emperor ourselves. Could you guys get a quick summarization of your opinion about Child Emperor at this moment? I know last year we talked about him earning his rank, but what is this like intuitive defeat of this goddamn dragon? What does that say for him?
He's not going to underestimate. He's going to only improve. It's like, yeah, I almost bit the big one here. I'm not taking anything lightly anymore.
I think just his whole attitude's positive. Like, there aren't, from what we see, there aren't that many heroes who would still be like, oh, okay, I'm still going to go give it my all. Like, I say this from what we've seen. We haven't seen a lot of the S-class heroes, but even when he used, like, his most powerful attack, he was still like, I haven't given up yet. I'm still going to try and find a way to beat you. And maybe the tickle bug was his plan from the beginning, but I just like his whole attitude about everything. And like Kishin said, like, even at the end of this, he recognizes his own mistakes, and he's like, okay, I can improve on this in the future. I can learn from this. And yeah, Child Emperor's solid.
Yeah, pretty much. He has a lot of room to grow. Grimm already alluded to the Brave Giant not being complete, so he can work on things like that. And with this fight with Phoenix Man, he's definitely not going to underestimate any monsters from here on out. So, that speaks to his intelligence and just his perseverance in this fight. So,
A very proving stress test.
Is he out of him and Flashy?
Hey, you have something against Flashy Flash.
No. Out of him and Flashy, who would you rather be your protagonist?
Me personally, I think Child Emperor is a more interesting character, so I guess him. But I wouldn't say I like one more than the other. I kind of like them the same.
Flashy Flash. That's my dude. That's my guy.
You rather have a whole story around Flashy Flash instead of, all right, why is that?
That's my guy. Yeah. Man, like with the fight with Hellfire Flame and Gil, I just like the fact that he's not above killing someone like that. It's not an issue. I mean, neither is Child Emperor, but I mean, Flashy Flash basically said like, "Yo, I've been murking niggas out here. Like that's what I do." And I don't see Child Emperor doing anything like that. I just like those type of mature characters. So, yeah, Flashy Flash, that's my guy. That's my guy.
All right, well,
Flashy Flash, he could almost be like a villain in another series.
That would be dope.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's just so damn cool and so confident that, like, he's almost not even like a hero.
Well, he is an assassin. We can't overlook that aspect of his character, can we?
He's a villain.
I was trained to kill. It's what I do. It's more than a hobby.
What about you, Matt? Or how about this one instead? Instead of Flashy Flash, is there another hero in the story that's not Saitama, or preferably Genos either, because he's kind of main too, that you would like rather have as a protagonist compared to Child Emperor?
It's Red Nose is a solid choice. Hey, the one guy, I'll take it. I think genuinely, just because it'd be a bit different, I think I'd like Moomin Rider, to be honest. I like all the characters, but I just like Moomin Rider's attitude, and obviously, like, he's very similar to Saitama in his like view of heroics, at least. And it'd just be a different perspective to see how the average guy deals with all these like superhumans, like bait and all these giant robots and ninjas, and he's just a guy trying to get the job done. But to the original, I'd go Child Emperor. Flashy Flash is so cool. Don't get me wrong, but I think it comes to abilities, because if Child Emperor was the protagonist, he's just got a lot more interest in. Like, I think it's the interestness of his tech that would make him a better protagonist for me, because you'd have such a big variety of fights and new techniques, new uses, everything like that. But yeah.
So are you saying that we need a Moomin Rider OVA?
Definitely, yeah. 100%.
Yeah, we do. We do. Yeah.
I'm in there for
We
that.
need Moomin
Saitama
Rider,
before
period.
Saitama.
Moomin Rider hasn't been around for like 60 chapters.
60?
Yeah, it's been a while.
What? No, didn't he
Something
show
like
up with
that,
the
man.
It was what was his last?
the
I think the
Saitama?
last time we see him was in the hospital with Tank Top Master.
That's
Yeah,
true.
it's during the super fight when during Suiryu and Saitama's fight where
You
he's fighting off the
sure?
monsters.
Oh, well then it's been like either 50 or like 40 and some change then.
Maybe he's just on a really long
When-
marathon
When,
bike ride.
when Goro ran up on Saitama and King, we didn't see him around that time period?
No,
I don't think so.
I think that was like probably about 30 chapters ago. That fight was.
I was gonna say,
So-
like, if Moomin Rider recovered faster than Metal Bat and Tank Top Master, then there's something wrong.
To me.
He's just breaking his limiter.
Oh God, I hear that so much. I'm gonna make a video about Moomin Rider because I have to, but like you were saying, like I forget exactly what you said, but he's pretty much super genuine, and I think he's like so genuine that he's like almost psychotic. Like with like his morals about being a hero. It's like, damn, dude, just pull it back a little bit.
I have to.
Maybe it becomes like a mutation with him. Like he's going through a monsterification, but he's still a hero. And it's like all of these positive attributes are actually like infusing him with a power that we don't want to acknowledge, maybe?
That would be interesting. I mean, he straight up jumps in front of Tank Top Master's punch to save Garrow after Garrow whooped his ass. Like, dude, you're psychotic.
Just a quick question before we go back to the chapter, just because I've wondered it. If someone like Moomin Rider was to eat a monster cell, would he still be good because of how morally good he is?
That's a great question. I assume
probably would.
Maybe, yeah.
Honestly,
There's anyone who could do it.
Because that could be the way he gets if he gets a power boost all in the future. If he gets like demon level strength or something, and he can control the form. That sounds too fanfiction-y when I say it off the top of my head like that. But
Do you remember?
but I think.
Go ahead.
No, sorry, I was done. Go ahead, Grimm.
I was gonna say on that point about that. Do you remember the samurai that Atomic Samurai had to kill that was in the group of that like the group of masters? What was his
Harigiri.
Yeah, Harigiri. What was his motivation to get the cell? Was it selfishness or something like that?
Yeah, he just wanted to be strong.
Okay. I was gonna say like, if a dojo master, all those guys were all pretty like tranquil and shit, even though they look kind of weird. If a guy like that can become evil, then I don't know if there's a chance for movement.
He was pretty generic. I mean, we basically met him in the same chapter he died. So he wasn't going to be this character we're supposed to care all that much about to begin with.
Yeah, I guess yeah.
Oh, wait, I think one of the stipulations for the monster cells is that you like need to willingly take them. From what I remember, that's what Goketsu was saying. Like, you need to be willingly taking it. Like, if you're force-fed the monster cells, it won't work, or something like that. It's kind of like the all for one, or the one for all. I think that's why he like offers them to eat them. Like, he throws them to them.
So you gotta have like, I guess, ambitions to in that type of manner. Well, then, are we calling ambitions like evil then? Because none of these niggas are trying to become strong to actually do bad shit. They like just wanted power, and they ended up doing monster shit. So
yeah, but if you willingly know that you're going to become a monster to gain your power, that's like kind of evil.
really,
Like yeah, if you know you're going to become a monster, yeah. It's like I'll tell you right now, if I had the chance to eat monster cells, I wouldn't do it. Just fuck that shit.
Well,
The
well, I
power's
mean,
too intoxicating.
the
And I
reason
think
why
it
I'm
corrupts
already
their
like-
mind.
I'm already like a 6 out of 10. I don't need to eat no monster cells. It'd be a goddamn 2 out of 10. Be ugly as hell.
Nah, you're selling yourself short, bro.
none of that gay
Hey, other male friends can tell other male friends that they are handsome.
They're cute, huh? Oh, you cute as hell, nigga. Hey.
Hey, we ain't say all that.
Man, her
You're
cheeks,
cute.
cheeks fat today, huh?
Kawaii.
Kawaii.
Oh shit! All right, so with this Phoenix like fucked up appearance and shit, does that look better than the other ones or like?
Oh, the
Half and half boy.
Yeah. Yeah, that was dope. I don't think it was better than some of the other forms that we've seen, but that was dope.
Yeah, it looks cool, but man, the original Eagle, brilliant Eagle mode, that is just top shelf monsters forms.
Hell yeah. I was watching season 1 to get ready for the premiere of season 2 in a few months, and just seeing the different evolutions of Genos, it really shows you like not fucking Murata's done a lot in terms of design, and to have like all these different characters, the crazy ass designs, it's like fuck, bro, the creativity, like
Yeah, most of it is his own stuff. Like if you look at like some of the storyboards that one handed to him, it almost looks nothing like what Murata puts out with the finished product.
really.
Yeah, like Brave Giant looks nothing like Brave Giant. Like the one Brave Giant looks comical compared to it.
Oh shit.
I could just imagine that Murata just like looking at it, shit, just like balling it up, putting it in the trash. Like, nah, I'm gonna do it like this.
Essentially, I mean, it literally looks like a 5-year-old drew it, and then like a master man just recreated it. That's the only way.
Oh, kind of like those artists that like they redraw their kids' drawings.
Yeah, like if you've seen that on Reddit, it's like
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
but like taken to like several levels more.
I think it was the Pokemon
Like-
one. I think it was. Some kid was drawing like random Pokemon figures or whatever, and then his father turned them into like fucking crazy ass looking ones.
It's always random
might be
shit
it.
that I see. I've never seen the Pokemon one.
Fuck, dog. And then especially the panel, bro. Like, you know, we always gotta bust enough for the art here. Every single time this motherfucker was talking, bro, on page I think it's like 7. It's just a different angle of badassery. Like we see the 4 wings from behind when he's talking shit. He's like, "Did you send my battle data somewhere? I gotta figure out a way to stop that." He's from the top. It's the top view. You see all 4 of his wings and shit. His claws downward. He's over there pointing the fuck out of fucking child pussy ass emperor and shit. Like he looks fucking badass, dog.
Why you
And
have
then-
to add that?
Yeah.
Right underneath it, you see like an up close, like, you know, POV, no homo type view of this nigga, like sitting here like he just snapped, just cool and talking about some. You saw Meta Knight, didn't you? Like what the fuck, dog? Basking in the ray of his own glory. And then the bottom one, where he's fucking clenching his left hand of fucking that just got fucked over by the Nova, and he,
Yeah, his jerky arm.
my nigga, like he looks so fucking badass, bro. Like, god damn, Murata, let me get a tissue.
Grim, you
more I
watch
look at
way
this,
too much porn. Like,
Yeah,
said
why
you-
did you
you
say
had
no
to-
homo?
yeah, you said no homo as soon as you said POV. That's how I know for sure.
You know what that is? Oh, you know what that is? He does.
No comment. No
Yeah,
comment.
POV has lost its meaning and it only relates to porn now. No one says POV unless they're talking about porn now.
Oh shit.
Or they'll just straight up say point of view.
Oh shit. But
The more I look at Phoenix Man, I have to wonder if he was actually starting to take on a new form. Because he's got little, like, bird teeth now, and with the bat-like wings on his left side.
That's the big debate right now. But I knew this was going to come up in the podcast, so I'll just tell you my take on it. I mean, he literally says that the energy he absorbed was so great that it caused minor defects in his form. And that Child Emperor turned his beloved mascot suit into something so hideous. So this isn't a straight up new form. This is just straight up him taking all of that energy in, and he's like microwaving a portion of his body from it. Because
So
we
it's
also
like
don't.
a mutation. Sorry to cut you off.
It's kind of like somewhere in between taking damage and mutating, I guess. Because we don't see like a big, grand, like ethereal light transformation thing like what we did see in Chapter 99. I actually hear this in other podcasts. That I'm like, guys, you probably should have just cut that part out. Like,
So I can say whatever the fuck I want right now,
I'm
right?
pretty sure this is
No,
actually
Satsuki,
live.
you can say that, Satsuki, but I can guarantee Grimm will keep it in if you do.
Fuck them kids. Fuck them kids. Fuck them kids.
I'm going to check.
He probably will keep the shit in there. Like,
Kids.
But to answer the mutation thing, I think it's more just like a burn, because even when he changes forms, it's not like that has changed in design. It's still the burn marks are still there. Like when he goes into his Falcon mode and starts charging, it still looks the same as before.
Oh, so you fucking A, dog. I knew this type of opposition was gonna come up. So is this alluding to the argument of whether he died, and because he died so badly that there was detrimental damage indefinitely, so his next form is gonna be defective somehow, compared to him having tanked that shit, and that's just the burn marks? Yeah, he tanked that shit, bruh.
You would think it'd be his whole front side then that would have been burnt. Not just like this weird like slash across.
I mean, it
Well,
looks cool though.
Yeah, but I don't think this is like a direct hit. More so it's him just like overloading from all of the energy that he absorbed. Like that, at least that's what is implied by what he says.
Plus, from the design point as well, like you've gone from the Brilliant Eagle, which has this super angelic form, and now it looks more like a fallen angel kind of thing as well.
He's
Yeah,
like
that's the
change of
vibe I was
heart
getting.
from Yu-Gi-Oh.
hey,
Yes.
that does look. That's what I was thinking of. Like, what Yu-Gi-Oh card does this look like? I was thinking of the fusion cards, but it does
sure
look like
there's
Change of
more.
Heart.
Change of heart.
Yeah.
That is totally it. I was thinking of
that's
hero, the
right.
elemental heroes still, but yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Change of
Oh,
heart.
you bell.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. You bell, change of heart, all that good shit.
I mean, we're all cool talking about you.
In Change of Heart, he has. Yeah, I was gonna see
It's
which
a
picture
she.
it was exactly. Yeah, she. Yeah. Cause she has
It's
a
like
heart in her hand,
female
right?
Angel. Yeah,
Yeah.
and like an angel wing and a devil wing. I'll never forget that card because it was so overpowered.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
band.
there you go.
Boy, that was quick.
Yeah, they banned this shit. At least I think they banned it.
They had to, man. You had to ban that. You had to ban Pot of Greed.
Yeah. Monster
All of that.
Reborn.
All the utility cards just gone.
Or Monster Reborn. I think it's either still banned or you only allowed one copy of it.
I think it's limited, but I haven't followed it in a while.
Like it's just.
Yeah, you need to like get a PhD to play Yu-Gi-Oh nowadays. There's so much you need to know to play it.
Comparing his offensive like movement attacks, I guess like his like pecking shit, the shit that he did all the way in the beginning when he first transformed. What's his strongest attack?
He
Yeah.
never really does anything that's like, this is it. This is my ultimate shit, guys. He never really goes all out. Honestly, he kind of just sits back mostly, especially in
And
chapter
tanks.
100. Like after he becomes the Brilliant Eagle, he takes his arm off and then he kind of just sits back. So we never really see what he can really do. But I guess his ultimate ability is the Edo Tensei.
Probably. I mean, he can apparently bring back human characters or like monstrous characters. So the sky's the limit on that. And it's like, they can just keep coming back like me. And because I can do it, this is going on forever, you worthless humans.
We know he
I don't
has the pecking attack, and I'm not sure if the initial one or the one that we've seen in this latest chapter, if they're two different ones. But let's assume that they're the same one. We've seen the gust of wind. We've seen the fiery gust of wind. And then I guess we would call the reviving light, like you said, that an attack.
The awakening king's light.
Awakening king's.
That's really what it's called. Good Lord.
Well, that's the translation from Manga Street.
Wow. He does have the strength significance though. He was able to stop the vibration blade from the big ass brave giant, regardless if it was like super max power output or not. It's still a huge robot. So him catching that and then breaking it is a feat. And
then he one hands the beam chisel graver thing.
Yep. He one handed.
He's significantly strong.
He blocked for a good portion. What was the punch? The name of the punch that he did?
Gamma Knuckle?
Giant fist strike. Gamma Knuckle was your translation? That's awesome. I wish I read Gamma Knuckle.
Gamma Knuckle?
That's probably wrong from the reaction I got. So
no, I've never seen that, but I hope it's right.
It's not right. I don't Grimm's laugh. That's not right.
Did you just make that up off the top of your head?
That's what it's called now. Gamma Knuckle.
You blended that with Gamma Knife from One Piece.
Probably.
Hit him with that Gamma Knuckle.
Cool. I mean, it was giving off some kind of energy. Who's not to say it wasn't radioactive?
Wait, are you talking about Law's technique?
Yeah.
Oh, the translation I got for that was radio.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Well, radiology. So it still
but
works.
Gamma Knife is cooler, but I was down with radio knife too, but
just quickly with Phoenix Man, does he do anything with like the energy absorbs? I'm trying to think off the top of my head.
Yeah,
does he like bounce it?
He like what am I thinking?
The explosive wave.
He like blows it off of himself. I can't remember the other characters in just stories who do this, but yeah, he just sucks it all up and then blows it back out.
Yeah, like Vegeta from Super Explosive Wave. It's like they
that's energy coming from himself though. That's not him absorbing from another source.
No, that's what it is.
Wasn't that from the Little Braves?
He took the attack, the beam attack or whatever, tanked it, and then released it outward.
Oh wait, that was retconned, wasn't it?
Everything in Dragon Ball is retcon.
No, I'm talking about with him absorbing the Little Brave stuff. That's no longer in the story.
No, because remember there was two. There was one that left a hole in the ground that we were confused about, and then
yeah, I think that whole entire chapter was retcon. I mean, I remember that the Prominence Phoenix mode is after the retcon, and I don't think Prominence Phoenix mode was in.
No, it's in the verified version. And and he does the I posted below.
Yeah, I'm seeing it right here. Phew, this energy, it's very nice. Right back at you. Yep. So yeah.
He's gone full Kirby in that moment.
I get you, full kid.
But it's still, we don't necessarily know if getting the energy back, because the frame or the panel that we see of him flapping his wings, it kind of just looks like gusts of air.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if he's sending the energy back out. I think he could just absorb.
Yeah, probably just supercharged his own attacks instead.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
And then just like heat, once it's used up, like he's back at base level again, I guess.
I mean, because I want to say he looks more fiery than he did initially, but that's
the pun.
Yeah, it's
the unintentional pun.
Oh, you gay.
Actually, you know what? It looks like it just like what Matt was getting across, I guess. It just makes him stronger. So when he absorbed all that energy, it allowed him to do like a flap of his wings at an amplified rate.
And release fire with it.
Well, I mean, that's just an inherent ability that he has to begin with.
I think he did that in his regular resurrected form.
Yeah, like as soon as we see him, he does that shit.
And I guess the only real way to hold him off is the immobilization shock shit. So lightning, I guess. That makes sense too, because birds. You know, birds flying around get by lightning, can't really do much about it. So I guess it's an appropriate defect, I guess you would call it, or open spot.
Yeah, just think of Pokemon. Electric, flying types are weak against electric.
I was thinking that.
All right, so let's get on to some other parts of the chapter and shit. I don't like the fact that his mouth or his like chest cavity turned into a mouth. That seems like too out of nowhere.
All right, that actually brings me back to what I was talking about earlier with the original goddamn storyboards that one handed to Murata. The mouth thing is actually in the original version. I'm gonna have to give this to you after the podcast, Grimm, so that you have a point of reference to put up on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
But the original Brave Giant does have the mouth.
Wow. I guess it's him paying homage to that shit.
That's what I assumed.
Actually, now that you say that, bro, on some real nigga shit, you know how much I I rightfully claim and yield all the glory and honor to Murata Sensei for his exceptional, above average, above comparison, superior to the rest art capabilities. But this second image here, where we see the Brave Giant next to the clock, that shit looks like it's from the webcomic. And I think he's paying homage to that. I think that's on purpose.
Yeah, it kind of does.
What? There's never been anything in the web ever looked that good.
Really?
I see what you mean, though. But I see what you mean, though.
It has that roughness.
Yeah.
That familiar roughness.
Mm-hmm.
He probably didn't go over it. He probably just knocked that one out and didn't like give it a second gloss over or anything.
Yeah, half of it's going to be talk bubble. Why should I put all my effort into that little panel?
But damn, man, saying it's like the web comic.
Bro, no, tighten up. You ain't gonna judge me like that. I'm a loyal servant.
Like that's actually, if that was in the webcomic, that would be the greatest thing that one ever illustrated. If that was just that one panel. Damn. Not hating on one. He's, brilliant in his own way. He's just, not the best artist.
I've heard that he's self-conscious about his artwork.
Oh, really? That's a shame.
I'd love his art.
He's a fucking master.
Oh.
I mean, he's a master storyteller, a master writer, character development, all that stuff. It's just, you can't have it all. Just like Murata. He's just an artist. He's not a storyteller or creator or anything like that.
He's a great one.
Just a quick question about the head. We saw in the last chapter as well that there was a different design, that when the little Braves combined, it changed into like a more like an animalistic design, more beast-like design. And obviously, like, this isn't the final, as we know, we've talked about this before, Brave Giant isn't complete. And this is ages away, but do you think Brave Giant in the future will have a form change, where he's got like an animal form in the future?
What are you saying looks like an animal? The arm that they create?
Yeah, the combined arm.
So, like,
how it looks more evil, to be honest.
Yeah, that's what I wasn't getting an animal. Demon-esque vibe.
Yeah.
What about it looks animalistic?
Yeah.
I think it's mostly the claws on it more than anything that gives me that kind of vibe.
Gotcha.
Like it looks similar to Cerberus in that kind of sense.
So that's interesting. You think that this is actually the arm was made after Brave Giant was originally made, meaning that this is like what the future of Brave Giant could be.
It could be something similar, like a form change of some kind. I only say that because, obviously, we've seen that Child Emperor likes his form changes. We saw this with with his dog robots that combined into Cerberus Man, and the form is very different. Even with just like, if you wanted the same kind of design again, I wouldn't be sure why the little Braves would just turn into like another identical arm of Brave Giant.
Yeah, given their design.
You're absolutely right. I was wondering, like, why is it different? Why doesn't it just make the same arm? Now that you bring this up, I think that's plausible.
When I saw it, I equated it to the whole because a lot of times when you get spare parts for things, they're not the exact same thing. Like there's more grease on it, or it's a lot more rusted than what your original part is. It doesn't necessarily match it, and that's literally for like almost every single part. Like whether it's a frame part for your vehicle or like a part for your motor, it doesn't always necessarily have the exact same state. So that's what I attributed to the arm, because it's made of these Braves. I assumed that, and this is just an assumption, so you don't believe me, that the Braves can morph into any limb required, kind of like a spare. Because technically, the whole entire Brave Giant suit came on drills, so it didn't seem weird to me whenever we saw that drill thing or whatever like hit a Phoenix Man. That didn't seem weird to me, and then to see like that them change into that, I could see him having extra and spare parts. It should be able to turn into things that can travel and do things for him. So that's kind of what I saw it as, just like a spare part design. Like, but that Wolverine type shit, that shit like, so Wolverine Giant.
No, I get where you come from. That's a really good argument. I just think that might justify why Brave Giant has a head inside of him for apparently no reason. That's the only reason I kind of came to that. Like, well, maybe that's why the different design is there. That's a really good point as well, Grimm.
Are you saying that the mouth is? Hold up. What do you mean by a head inside of him?
Well, like the mouth inside of where, like, obviously it opened up like a mouth inside of where Child Emperor was. Mm-hmm. Like it looked like a mouth, at least to me.
Yeah.
So maybe
like
it's like
around to me.
Yeah, actually, so let me expand upon the mouth thing just a little bit more. So in the original storyboard that I was talking about, we don't see the drills. Like, the drills don't come together to form Brave Giant. Brave Giant kind of just comes out of nowhere, and Child Emperor jumps into the cockpit. And that's it. So then when we saw him coming out of the mouth in this latest chapter, I was like, okay, this is Murata being like, all right, I'll play a little bit by your games one, but the drills is cooler.
The drills were cooler, bro. The drills were indeed cooler. That's what
drills made more sense for Child Emperor because his whole thing is just pulling things out of his ass. So why not?
Oh wow! Oh, wow.
How much?
Just give us an explanation for the backpack. That's all I want. An explanation for the backpack. Just one sentence. Just hey, it's nanotech. hey guys, by the way, my backpack, yeah, it's nanotech. Okay, continue on.
But that takes away from the mystery of it.
That also takes away the fact that you would need material to turn into the things. So unless it's like a hypercube from Jimmy Neutron, I really have no idea where it'd be coming from.
Plus, you see any of the S-Class heroes actually taking that much interest in Child Emperor?
I gotta ask this question. Which has more space? Child Emperor's backpack or your auntie's purse?
Damn. There's an age-old question for you.
By far, my auntie's purse, nigga. What you mean, bro? She got everything in there. Oh, alright, I'll give it to you, bro. He fucking tentacles, claws, blades, different shapes of blades, fucking a shield, like, you got it, alright. But still, that shit cool as fuck, though. Alright, let's talk about the ninja duo. What are your thoughts on them coming back and their potential in the story now?
Yeah, I was just like, when they came back, I was like, yo, what are we doing right now? I'm just wondering what are they going to do. All right, because I thought if they were coming back, then they will only be there for the fight with Child Emperor to make it even more tougher. But they obviously, well, I don't even know if it's obvious at this point, but Phoenix Man, it looks like he's dead. All right, it looks like he's down for the count. So now Hellfire Flame and Galewind are having, more panel time outside of Phoenix Man being alive. So I don't know what's going to happen with them. Like, or is like Flashy Flash going to fight them again, or are they just going to fight another S-class hero? I'm not entirely sure, but they're going to be a problem for anybody.
What
They're
you
probably going to want revenge again. And I'd like to see like them be cut vertically. So if Phoenix Man does happen to come back and brings them back, and then they have like a cross scar across them now.
Just play tic-tac-toe with them. Just fuck it.
Oh yeah, by the end of it, they would be, wouldn't they?
What about you guys? Thoughts on the duo and their potential as of now in the story?
I think that they're just going to be a part of the story. At least I hope so. Like, I hope that they just didn't come back to be a feat for somebody else in this arc, like some executive or something. Like, that's a possibility, but that would be kind of lame. Like, why bring them back and make them like... I mean, they were already likable in the beginning, in my opinion, but, having them have that comical moment where they're like looking up and they're all confused as to what the hell's going on. When they just see like a damaged Brave Giant and Phoenix Man just standing there, like, what's going on? And then they have those funny faces, and also the whole moment that they had with Saitama. That was awesome. Very similar to the meet cute that Sonic and Saitama had, but still awesome. So I'm hoping that they're just a part of the story now. They're just more characters, in between monster and hero, which I think we need. Like, we have Suiryu, we have Sonic, now we have the ninjas too.
I really don't want what you said to happen about the about them being a feat for somebody else, some other S class or executive. It's I don't know. Like, I felt like in their fight they didn't really get to show that much because it happened so fast, and then the resolution was, within a few attacks. But I don't know if it was somebody, if it was like Blast Art or the community in general, but people had a strong attachment to these two. And I never really got it, so I don't really have that same like attachment to them. But what more could they add to the story besides lore for Sonic and shit?
Just depth.
Maybe they want to train under Flashy Flash. It's like, shit, he killed us. We need to learn from this man. It could be its own side chapter of just them following him around, trying to become, his students.
Were you gonna drop a bomb on us, Matt?
No, not really. I mean, I don't know. It's more like a wall balloon, really. I don't know. It just depends on what they want to do with the ninjas more than anything, because they've been slowly like just all these little things in the background, and maybe I think they're popular characters. That's definitely part of the reason they come back, and I don't want them to just be a repeat of Sonic. I love that bit with Saitama and these two in this chapter. I love it because Saitama. But as much I like them, but I think it would really show what an executive is like if we've got this epic fight to start off the Monster Association arc between Flashy Flash and these two, and then an executive just shows up and embodies them to like another example of like what an executive is compared to another Dragon class.
That's what I'm saying. I have a bad feeling that's going to happen, and I really think that would be a waste.
No, I agree. I think it's going to happen, but I would want to see more from these two.
So, the resolution for Phoenix Man's supposed fight, as far as we know as of yet, ended with the tickle bug number 1.
Oh shit!
Obviously, this brought back the reality that this is a satire seinen, and seeing this was both heart wrenching, exceptionally disappointing, funny as fuck after a while, and technically you should have expected something like this, some type of like anticlimactic thing.
You think just one satirical moment it makes it the entire series a satire?
No. The series is a satire. Yeah.
I don't think it can just be labeled that way. It has satirical elements to it, but it's not just a full-blown satire. Like Bobobo, that's straight up satire. There's no, way around it. But One Punch Man, it has many elements to it. You can't just say that it's satire and that's it. And the other thing that people like to say is, One Punch Man is a parody. Why are you analyzing it? It's like, it's not a parody. It's many things. It's its own thing, honestly. It's like calling a Marvel movie a comedy.
Just because of like one time the Hulk punches Thor, and it's like, yeah.
But we obviously like, bro, we're all here because we know that. But like, there is the satire part. Like when I first heard about One Punch Man, that's how it was introduced to me. It's like a series that's making fun of like all the other like shonen tropes or all the other tropes in manga and stuff like that. And then you come in to start reading the story and you find out that it's so much more. But that is how they
exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, the beginning is very funny and very, but it's not like that doesn't define the series as a whole.
And if you notice, that ends right away. Like that's only the first 4 chapters where it's a focus on satire. The rest turns into an incredibly in detailed story, starting off with genius and expanding into everything else. With Saitama's woes of fucking being too strong and going to the psychology of it, 100%. But it was introduced as a satire. Can we agree on that at least?
It was introduced with satirical chapters. Yes.
Okay. All right, bet. So we shouldn't. If it was a manga site, would satire or parody be in the tags?
Well, you could put those. If we're talking about tags in general, you could put a whole bunch of stuff to label something. Like you could put satire into Dragon Ball Super tags if you wanted to.
Really?
Yeah, the Tournament of Power has so many gag moments in it, so many throwaway gag characters.
Well, that's what I saw that moment as calling back to that, flipping the whole trope shit on its side, or on its opposite. Am I wrong for seeing as that, or like, should I see that as like a characteristic of just what Child Emperor would do? Because he's technically one of the only ones that we've seen that happen for.
I think this is more a characteristic of one. Like, he's just a master of blending comedy, parodies, satire into a compelling narrative. Like, he doesn't take it too far. Like, if the Chickle Robot, like, subdued Phoenix Man and that was it. Like, oh, he's done now. Let's all just laugh and walk away. No, I mean, yeah, it subdued him, but in the end, it came down to Child Emperor straight up stabbing him in the chest. Butt-ass naked.
Yeah.
All right, let's go into this.
So yeah, there was a gaggy element to it, where the Tickle Robot did work because in theory it would. I mean, also I don't think it would work on the other executives, but it worked on Phoenix Man. I'm talking like Phoenix Man is even an executive. He's like an honorary one at this point.
He's a junior executive.
What I'm saying is, like, don't expect like this to happen against somebody of significance. Like, there's no way that this would ever happen to Boros or, like, somebody else on that level of power. Like, I think that these kind of things are reserved for characters like Phoenix Man. Like, there was no funniness or any gaggy moments in Flashy Flash and Hellfire and Gale. It was just like, look, we're going to town and that's it. And when they die, they straight up shed a tear. Like, there's no satire to it.
What I really took from the Ticklebug more than anything, just because what I took from this is, like, there's other ways to beat monsters apart from just being faster, or stronger than them, like, because we are going to meet more, especially like with the executives, we're going to meet monsters who overpower the heroes because they're going to be faster, stronger. So it's about outsmarting them, finding creative ways to beat them without like trying to play their own game, like make it the hero's own game and try and beat them that way.
You're right.
Yeah,
You're right about that.
yeah, that's exactly it. It's just a creative way to do it. I mean, just by acknowledging that, like, agreed, and it wasn't necessarily Tickle Bug that killed him, but it was a catalyst for it. It's just like the way I was looking at it. I even mentioned in the podcast, previous podcast before, was that, like, if this attack doesn't kill him, what can kill him? If that attack doesn't kill him, what can kill him? Then we got to the point where we saw a pinnacle attack, a Millennium Emperor Nova, and that still didn't kill him. So my logic was, in my own personal head, not saying that it was right, but I was thinking, okay, this is him verifying that how the fuck do you kill this man? And then he was able to, like, he gave him a reach around. Why don't you just have him take the suit off?
He gave him a reach around?
Hey.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Hey, the old doopily doopily doop. Could he put the suit back on when he ripped it? When he started to rip it, if we're saying that he only, like, died because he got stabbed, could the suit regenerate somehow, or, like, could he retain those properties somehow, or, like, what's up?
I don't think so.
Yeah, after the Gym Buster and then the Child's Play, no, I don't think that suit's going to be much good anymore.
Yeah. That would be fucking crazy.
I mean, it wasn't crazy that he survived, but, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, right, like, this is another point. We reached a point before this chapter, and we're at another point after this chapter. We said that he should be dead. We even acknowledged, Zhoniin pointed out that Child Emperor mentioned that eviscerating him completely is the optimum way to kill him. We've done that, and it didn't, like, come out to be what we thought it would be. So, my brother be on that crazy ass theory shit, but he mentioned to me that the entire time we've seen Phoenix Man, his face has been exposed, but he's been hit in the face. So, how much of the suit has to be, or how much of his original body has to be exposed and be taking damage for it to be, like, positive and permanent damage?
I'm gonna go cliche and just say his heart. That's it.
Like vital organs and shit. Yeah. I'm not pushing the train that Phoenix Man is still alive, but what if Phoenix Man is still alive?
Man,
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I honestly wouldn't be surprised because, like, his body's laying there, so why the hell?
What if you mummify the guy? Like, just totally dehydrate the sucker? Like, he's still slightly alive because he's a monster, but he can't, like, move or anything.
Yeah, like, just capture him and say, yeah.
You're gonna have to talk to Giro about that.
Now he pulled out a fucking some skates.
Look, I don't have a problem with it. I just want to know how it works.
That's it. This nigga pulled out some skates. Oh shit! All right, so let's move on to the Saitama portion. So, the god Saitama strolling down the hallways, and apparently he's in proximity of I guess the fight that happened with Child Emperor. Is this above or below them?
Below.
I assume
water
it has
don't
to be
go up.
below them.
So this is the thing that he's walking in is below the lake.
The wait, who's walking in what?
The hallway that Saitama's walking in. Where is it?
I'd say
we
it's
don't
probably
know.
right below.
Yeah, we don't know exactly, or at least I don't, but I think it's implied that he's below that.
I mean, honestly, it could be anywhere. Just because, obviously, with the massive attack that was the Millennium Emperor Nova, and then with the speeds that the ninjas go at as well, I wouldn't be surprised it could be anywhere in the association.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it all really depends on, like, how fast the ninjas are going, how, where were they coming from. But also, after the Millennium Emperor Nova,
The lake was evaporated.
Waganma points out that the water's gone.
Yeah.
So I guess that the whatever's dripping on Saitama is the end result of that, possibly. But also the way that it syncs up with him running into Hellfire and Gale, I guess we can assume that he's below them. Not directly below them, but, below their general area.
Well, given his dialogue, he says first an earthquake, now a leak. The earthquake was probably the Millennium Emperor Nova.
Yep.
Like, the force of it was probably shaking the shit out of everything.
So there's probably
Which
another
then
large body of water.
Do what?
So there's probably another large body of water around here somewhere, probably.
And then with all the new cracks formed, because you know how earthquakes usually leave fissures that go deep down into the ground, that's where all the water drained. And now, poor Saitama, he's like, is this sewage? Am I going to need to go to the doctor after this? My local clinic?
That dead body water.
Dead ass body water.
Saitama speed, bro.
Beyond light speed.
They were all right. They never told us Flashy was going light speed, bro. But he was going fast as fuck.
Well, they kind of did.
Okay.
On the cover of Chapter 9. Now, look, I'm just saying, okay? I don't know if this is factual. I don't know if it's just written on there for the hell of it. But on the Chapter 95, the cover page, it says he's faster than light. That's all I can really put out there.
Sharper than all, faster than light.
Yeah, there you go. So is that just some kind of slogan, some kind of catchphrase?
This nigga just really said that.
Flashier than Flash.
Is it literal? We don't know.
You got it, bro.
He's whatever he's got to be.
Oh shit! Cause I was just thinking about this when I saw that, just boost up Saitama, but I don't remember exactly where I saw it from, but I believe a source tried to calculate the time that elapsed in the anime from between whenever Saitama jumped from the moon and when he hit the actual ship, and I guess that calculated a certain amount of speed, but this should actually be another reference of speed for him as well. This guy Saitama's fast as fuck.
He's the fastest.
I'm okay to read a quote that Murata said from when he was up against Geryugen Shoop, the psychic from Boros' crew.
Yeah, that's not spoiler stuff.
Yeah, no, just this what Murata said. So when Geryugen Shoop can throw flying objects, he eliminates friction between rocks and air. So his basically go at sublight speeds. And he literally says, in Saitama's eyes, however, rocks at sublight speed is nothing. It's like a bad joke.
This is true.
What the fuck? Is that nigga confirming that this...
Alright, I don't want to... I don't remember exactly, but I think Murata actually goes back and corrects that. Not about Saitama, just about Geryugen Shoop's friction feat. I think he goes back and all right, whoops, guys. Actually, he can't do that or something like that. But regardless, it doesn't change how fast Saitama is. He is likely at the minimum light speed.
Shit.
Oh, no, wait, here we go. All right, so here's what Murata said. He said, well, I drew it with the thought that it is right, but I don't know whether the thought is the same with one's official setting. So whatever that means.
That's just his cop-out, bro. Why the fuck are they asking the fucking Murata questions, dude? This nigga's only good about talking about pussy and shit, dog. I heard your fucking, your Murata interview update, bro. That nigga was just sitting there half the time talking about, I like drawing pussy. Oh, big titties are great. You need to talk to one himself, bro. Talk to one himself.
He said he likes ass, too.
Yeah, there you go, bro. A man of culture. You can't ask
Which
a
is
man.
rare.
Draws them
It's
well.
rare for Japanese dudes to appreciate ass.
Whoa.
Like, look at
Murata
all the
number
One Piece girls. They all have huge tits and no ass. It's weird.
I don't know, bro. It's kind of hard to animate the ass. Like-
They did a pretty good job with Mount Lady.
It's like you can completely display like the beauty and wonder of titties in an animation. You know, the perkiness of them, you know, the shapes like that. But an ass, there's a whole different dimension to that, bro. It's like not only is it like the cupping technique, in which has to be like just exquisite for you to get as a human to get the full experience of the ass, but like from the side view and then like the walking perspective. I know you've never seen a booty jiggle in anime. Have you seen booty jiggle in anime?
Yeah.
An
I
anime,
can't tell you
I'm
right
not
off the
sure.
top of my head, but I've definitely seen it.
Well, there is that one anime where they're like volleyball players or whatever, and they use their butts for everything.
No, it's Keijo. bro.
Keijo.
I've seen Keijo for the plot, and that shit.
Sure you did.
Nigga,
Just like you read Playboy for the articles, huh, Graham?
What is this, Satsuki?
This is prison school.
More than fake
So
asses.
this bit of the podcast is going to be the promo, right?
Oh shit!
No,
bro.
this is just going to be the podcast. Everything else is going to be cut except.
Oh shit. All right. So I think we should probably get to the F rank comments and shit like that. Shit like that.
Hold on, can we talk about that bitch?
Mm-hmm.
Wag wag.
Who?
Well,
Oh
God,
yeah,
back
yeah,
now.
that pussy ass, dirty ass,
Bitch ass.
whole ass,
Damn, man.
fuck nigga.
Little ass kid. Coming at him.
hoe, bro. He's a confirmed hoe.
Man, listen, man. I don't wish. I'm not gonna say that because that's just.
You
goddamn
don't
lie.
wish death on a small child?
Yeah, but I'm waiting for somebody to just murk this man. Like, you could just gut him. I don't give a damn. Like, just chop his head off.
I'm telling you
It's-
right
it's
now,
all right with me.
something bad is going to happen.
Oh, well,
They showed us that
I look
for
forward to it.
I'm gonna straight hit the bird box challenge if I see that. I'm like,
Bro.
I didn't see anything.
Bro, some hero's gonna get fucked over
Topical.
pretty badly because of what Gamma is gonna say. That's what's gonna happen next, bro. I bet money. And then he's gonna get saved cleanly. Nothing bad's gonna happen to him. He's gonna be Gucci Lou. The worst will probably happen to him is he's just getting an allowance or something from his dad once he gets saved or some shit.
Man, at least get an ass whooping. Like, come on, that's like bare minimum. That's what I need. Just an ass whooping. Just give me that.
Listen, Tario's going to come out of here like Garo, and he's just going to
Oh,
kick the
yeah.
shit out of him.
Oh, I hope so. Oh, that'd be so cool.
Oh, shit.
I'm not scared anymore. Yeah.
Just starts using water flow and rock crushing fists.
Yes.
He's unnatural.
Damn, bro. But that last page though, bro, when this fuck asshole, fuck nigga says probably yeah he's the only one down here. Child Emperor looks like a badass walking off the.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. I love this fucking panel of Child Emperor.
I'll be your shield until
God.
we reach the exit.
Damn, this man needs some chapstick. You see them lips?
Oh shit, bro.
I didn't even notice that.
All right, so let's get these S rank hero comments popping and shit. Or should we do the polls first? Nah, yeah, let's do the polls first. Nice. So for this week's poll questions for chapter 100.2, we asked the following questions. Is Phoenix Man dead now? We also asked, is Phoenix Man the biggest tank in the series? We asked Phoenix Man versus Flashy Flash. We also asked who can beat Phoenix Man. We also asked, are the Ninja Duo alive, or are they nerfed? Which is stronger, the Tickle Tickle Bug or the Millennium Emperor Nova?
You really asked that.
He's trying to get that satire in there, isn't he?
Oh.
No, I'll tell you that. We also asked Wagunma And then the final question was, who has a bigger meat?
Yeah.
I'm just looking at these questions.
I'm wondering how many
Oh,
people
man.
actually answered that one.
Oh shit! All right. So, we're gonna start with is Phoenix Man dead now? The polls are actually at 50-50 right now.
I think that's fair. Because I thought he was dead. Like the Emperor Nova, that was a perfect send off.
Yeah,
The
but
fact
I
that
think
we
he's dead.
the fact that we see his body is a little discerning. He should be dead.
He should be
I
dead.
want him dead. But you know, it's possible that he's not.
Yeah, is this bird ever going to be done for Thanksgiving? Damn it!
All right. For the question when we asked, is Phoenix Man the biggest tank in the series? In last place we have, Emperor Nova was a lot. These niggas are crazy, bro. In second to last place, we have Metal Bat as the biggest tank in the series.
No, I don't agree with that.
In third to last place, we have Elder Centipede.
All right.
Ooh.
And in second place, we have Moomin Rider.
Oh, okay. All right.
And the biggest tank is Goro with 42% of the votes.
Nobody voted for Boros? What the fuck?
No, we only had set options.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, we gotta remember.
That's Gucci then.
On the polls, we gotta have set options, or else it won't give us a number for it.
All right.
Man, I don't know about Garo being of the options listed. I don't know about Garo superseding Elder Centipede.
Yeah, I was about to say, out of the options, I say Elder Centipede.
I don't know, bro. He took Rover and Orochi. Yeah, I don't know if Elder can deal with that.
Yeah, but there's the argument that he wasn't really trying to be killed. Garo needed him.
True. Yeah.
I mean, still incredibly impressive. I mean, there's likely very few characters who could do the stuff that he did in Chapter 91 and 92. But, man, Elder Centipede, man, the whole Genos feat is really remarkable.
Genos put in that work. Genos clapped him cheeks just to get his cheeks clapped. That was impressive. Bro, the silence.
Like I ain't hear that.
The silence. Like, come on, man. All right, fuck it. We'll move on. All right. So the next question we asked was Phoenix Man versus Flashy Flash.
Oh man, what is up with you and Flashy Flash?
The winning response was Flashy Flash will get in them cheeks with 75% of the votes.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's actually kind of, because like, bro, for me, I'm thinking like, man, because I don't know if Phoenix Man can come back from all those attacks. I mean, you just cut this dude over and over, and Phoenix Man won't be able to react. But at the same time,
You just become a tank. He'll start catching his shit.
Yeah,
How?
Bro, I'm telling you, bro, he didn't cut that octopus in half. He didn't do that. He cut him a bunch of times.
Damn, dude, you're still going back to that?
Bro, until I see a feat of strength superior to that, his strength is that strong. His speed may be above that, but his strength is octopus.
Oh man, I don't want to derail the hero comments here, but you keep saying that he didn't cut him in half. Like, that wasn't his incentive. He wasn't trying to cut him in half. And if he did, like, you want him to cut like a building in half?
No. I want him to cut and incapacitate the enemy, but he didn't incapacitate him.
It was more of a feat for Tatsumaki than it was Flashy Flash. That was kind of just like look, guys, this is what Flashy Flash can do. And then you yourself even admitted that if he would have did the Flashy Slash, he would have killed him.
Of course, the Flashy Slash was everything.
So then, what is this about then?
He didn't do the Flashy Slash. He didn't do it.
Because he didn't feel that he needed to. He's going against a demon.
All right, well, that fucking octopus demon felt the need to tank that shit. So that's
He didn't tank anything.
Oh, Lord.
All right, let's
I miss Kabuki,
re-rail.
y'all.
Let's re-rail.
Yeah, me too.
All right. So let's get on to the next one then. The next question we asked was who can beat Phoenix Man. So in in last place was Sweet Mask
Oh man.
with 8% of the votes. Wow. Tied for second to last are Melzagard and Shiryu.
This is a weird option that you put on there.
His options are always weird. Just to be honest.
Makes you think, bro. Makes you think. And then in second place, with most likely to beat Phoenix Man, or second most likely to beat Phoenix Man, is Genos with 29%. You know that boy out there doing that thing to them boys. You know, niggas love Genos. And the person most likely to kill Elder Centipede, or she's damn. you know, 40% of the votes.
Yeah.
That makes sense, yeah. I don't know how. He's gonna hug him or some shit, but alright.
EC, nigga.
Oh, yeah. The next question we asked,
Are the ninja duo alive?
yeah. Are the ninja duo alive? Or are they nerfed? Winning with 63% of the votes is Phoenix Man can give life.
So that means they're alive.
They're alive.
Alright. Cool.
Yeah, I guess
I think when it came to the resurrection, like depending on how bad your body was off, kind of depend if you were more on the undead side of things or just brought back to life.
He says that it simulates life.
Oh.
Do you think it could be something to do with Child Emperor's Giga attack, like his Volt attack as well, like a Frankenstein kind of thing?
Oh, absolutely. It's a combination of the two. Smash and Phoenix Man's supernatural powers. The combination apparently just brings you back to life, and that's it.
I did not put that together whatsoever.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Because they weren't back to normal until after the Geek Bolt Smash.
What about the other ones?
They were vaporized.
So you got
Their corpses were quite old as well. Like they were like weeks or months old. You could there's barely any flesh on them.
That's why I said more on the undead side of things.
So I guess this is implying that if you are just a strong enough being and you can survive the Gigavolt Smash after coming back from Phoenix Man's magic, then you're just revived. Until further notice. I mean, maybe they'll melt in like 2 chapters or something, but probably not. Like I said this in my review, but throw Boros' corpse down there.
Oh,
Give him some Phoenix magic and shoot him with a Gigavolt Smash. Bring him back.
Well, this makes him a lot less dangerous because I was under the assumption that this result of permanent reanimation was just the result of his light alone. But this other element, I didn't think about it this way. It could be very possible. Huh. Phoenix motherfucking man, bro. Shit.
Phoenix mine.
Phoenix man. That is a tag. Hashtag Phoenix man. Phoenix man. Alright. The next question we asked was which attack is stronger? We're tied.
For real?
Really?
Are you serious? Are you serious?
I get it. I actually get it.
What's up, Matt?
No, I get it. To me, it's like the difference between like if you're in a war, what would win it? Like it's either the nuke or the assassin kind of thing.
Ah.
Like it's like you don't need all the power in the world if you can just send like just one bullet can end it. That kind of thing is how I see it.
That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
do
what I
you
meant.
kill like one powerful guy with a pinpoint sniper bullet to his dome from like a 50 caliber rifle, or do you just carpet bomb him? Probably both are going to take care of him.
Carpet bomb?
Give me the explosive. Just fuck.
Just a big massive explosion.
Call of Duty perks.
Yeah.
Kill street shit.
Orbital bombardment.
Buster call.
Alright. The next question we asked was Europe, or I guess officially you said Wagunma?
Yeah.
Okay, so with 11% of the votes, people's opinion of Wagunma was leave my baby alone. With 34% of the votes, with people's opinion of Wagunma is he's trashy but just a kid. And with 53% of the votes of the opinion of Wagunma, it was fuck him.
That's what I'm talking. Like, come on. This is why the One Punch Man community is one of the best communities out there. They're not afraid to say what needs to be said, because a lot of communities would have said, "Nah, man, no, fuck that nigga." Like, no,
Yeah.
forget all that.
I mean, we still got a few of those stragglers in there. We got 34% of them, but
They'll come around.
yeah.
Yeah, especially when he does more evil shit, I'm sure.
All right. And then for the last question that we asked for the polls, we asked
The question that no one should have answered.
no homo though. It's no homo was putting in there several times. Who has a bigger meat? Get Wind or Hellfire? Let's hear your guys' opinion on this.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, man. Like, when I see Gail win, bro, the first thing that comes to my mind is the health inspector, bro, from the Boondocks. Like, yo, that dude, he has like some horse meat, bro.
What the fuck?
Yo, this dude is like, come on, man. Nah, if you have to choose, look, you could have rephrased it like this: if you have to choose who's behind you when you're picking up the soap, like you're in prison, I don't want Gailwin behind me. I don't. I don't. I fear him the most. So.
You dropped the soap, but I'm done taking a shower. You forgot to wash behind your ears. Oh shit. Alright, so with that should just somebody literally just voted. We're tied.
Another gag question, another tie.
Look, bro.
This is serious.
Look at the raindrops, bro. Some no, bro. Like, this is the gayest shit I've ever done, like ever. But look at the size of the raindrops, bro.
He says that, but he said some weird shit. As long as I've not. So.
Like, look at the size of the raindrops, bro. Like, it's clear. It's clear.
That's it. It's settled.
Oh shit.
That was Murata letting us know.
Is this actually what you meant, Grimm, when you went, are they alive, or are they nerfed?
Hey, shut up, man. Oh shit. Alright, let's pop on down to the hero comments to find our S rank comment of the week.
Yeah. Alright. Alright, so this is from Cam is Malva, whatever.
Kamisa Malva.
Cam is a
yeah.
Malva.
This nigga.
Damn, making fun of his name? Or
Hey,
her name?
Hey, if you want to pull up my channel with Satsuki the Savage,
No.
Troll me in the comment section or something. All right. First question. The One Punch Man wiki lists him as dead and all, but I really like to see more of him. Number 2, probably what with that broken ass ability of his to come back from dead stronger, Saitama would surely love this guy. Number 3, if Flash figures out the deal with his costume or any other way to dispose of him, he could defeat him. If not, then Phoenix Man simply will become more badass.
Tell him 3 times.
That don't answer the question.
Tell him 3 times. Tell him 3 times he's gonna become more badass and get in that flashy ass.
Oh, all right. Number 4, any of them could, to be honest. Ironically, I think it is Genos who has the most chances out of them all. To it if he somehow manages to burn that pesky costume, but since he is still not strong enough to deal with dragon level threats yet, who knows what would happen. Number 5, of course they are, bruh. And no, I doubt they somehow got weaker in any way. If anything, they just got a chance to master their monster powers and get stronger for when they go after light speed Flash again. Number 6. Oh shit, go ahead.
No, you want me to read the question? After you're done, I'll read the questions again so you know the order.
Yeah. All right. Number 6, Millennium Emperor Nova is fucking powerful, but Tickle Bug is practical enough to pester even the likes of Resurrect the Phoenix Man. This sure is a hard one. You still answer the question.
What the fuck, dog? This nigga is definitely not getting ass ranked.
7. Fuck that nigga. That's whenever you answer the questions, that's how you answer the question. Like bare bone, just like put it out there, make it known what your answer is. And yeah, I love that. Oh, okay. All right.
Go on.
Yes.
I just want no, because like, bruh, because this is Grimm, and he's gonna use this. If I read out this, he's gonna use this. He's gonna take that clip, like this small clip of me saying it.
Just do the Macintosh speak and spell kind of thing to read the comment.
Bro, did you see that? I swear to God, did you see that?
Bruh, this I wanna. Oh man, how do I?
You're right. He totally is.
No, read that shit, bro. Bro,
This
listen.
is not me. This is not me. Disclaimer. I am reading a comment. This is not from me. This is not from Satsuki the Savage. This is all this person on Reddit. Malva, this is all you. No disrespect. All right. I'm just saying. This ain't me. All right. I'm a straight male.
Yeah. This is a fan, bro, of the podcast.
The article.
He literally answered for us to read to him. Let's keep the integrity of his comment. Let's read what he said verbatim.
Oh man. All right. I'm reading the comment. Quote. I'm bisexual anyways. So I don't care if this is homo as heck. Hell, fire, flame for the win. Like, isn't Gelwin the trap looking one? Sure, he's just as ripped as his brother, but that dude looks like a damn chick just as much as Sonic and Flash do. But it doesn't matter if you look like a chick or not. I mean, if you hanging like that, man, it don't matter.
You seen that raindrop?
Like, yeah, but, like, come on. The raindrop was big as hell. Like, he's swinging out there, bro.
That's what I'm saying. You guys ever see Meat Spin?
What the fuck?
I think that settles it.
Bad memories.
Yeah. Burned in my mind.
Oh shit! All right, who's next?
I'll go. From the Me Rock. Number 1, Phoenix Man is dead. Rip his balls. Yeah.
They appear to be gone.
We were all feeling Phoenix Man that day. Number 2, Boros is the ultimate tank. Well, he did retain half of his body, so I mean, there's some truth to that. Number 3, Flashy Flash, but he must end the fight quickly by ripping the costume, otherwise Phoenix Matt. He could cut it off probably before any regeneration.
Cut his dick off and that shit'll grow back.
Well,
It's not
he's a
good for him.
bird. He's a bird at this point. I don't know if he really even cares anymore. Number 4, Emperor Centipede. Good lord, I can't read. Elder Centipede. Emperor Centipede would be kind of cool though. Number 5, they are alive. I hope they survive this arc. It could be fun. Number 6, Millennium Emperor Nova. Yeah, that would be my choice too. Number 7, they don't even know who the character is, it seems like. So that's kind of funny. But he's a piece of shit, but he's still a kid. So kind of I'm on the fence with that one. Because I'm more with just the first part. And then number 8, they're going Gale Wind. So the wind blows strong with his penis, apparently.
Right.
No, read the tag, bro. Read the tag, bro.
Phoenix Main.
Hey! Hold on, say it again, say it. Oh, shit. Phoenix Main, we in there. Alright,
See, some people have it with a Y, but I spell it like that, Mane. Some people have a Y in between the A and the N.
yeah, that would also work. Alright, who's next?
I guess I'll go. Matt don't want to go. Or did he already go?
No, he didn't want to go.
I'll go. I don't mind. I'm just looking for a comment.
Nah, fuck you guys.
Okay, sure. I'll go. So this is straight banana 2. So he goes number 1, he's dead for sure. And number 2, he says, I think Rover is a bigger tank. And number 3, he says, Flashy wins because Phoenix Man just doesn't have the speed, which is fair. Just it's a matter of whether he rips the suit or not. 4, it's B and C. So yeah, Mel's guard isn't smart enough to rip the suit, and General's just Vice Blast that Phoenix Man can absorb. Elder Centipede is too big to be damaged by Phoenix Man, and Sweet Mask has insane strength to rip that suit off. But that's if he figures it out. Yeah, 5. They are alive, but it's very possible that they aren't monsters anymore. Okay.
Wow. Wow. That's right, comment. Oh, shit.
Different. 6. Ticklebug is stronger in the right conditions, but the Millennium Emperor Nova is stronger in general. Yeah. 7, B. He'll probably, yeah. He's still a kid at this point, so he's going to probably be a better person. I wouldn't say necessarily at the end of the arc, like this guy says, but maybe in the future. Depends what they do with the story. And 8 is B, which is Hellfire?
Yeah, but B is Hellfire.
Cool.
Phoenix Manny. Yeah, sure.
I just know that. I was like, wait, Manny. I was like, what the hell?
He's gotta stop. Oh,
My name.
Straight banana too, though. You might have to ask for a comment though. What y'all niggas think about what he mentioned about them not having the monstrification form anymore? Is that
I can totally
Actually-
see that happening.
That'd be
Yeah, I
cool.
actually thought about that. I was thinking, since we didn't see them in their monster forms, is it the fact that they can't do that anymore? You know, go dragon level monster type shit. I thought about that, but I'm not so sure.
shit, man? Fuck. All right, bro. Straight banana 2 S-rank comment of the week. But if we get another one, we also get him S-rank comments. Then we gonna have y'all niggas fight, and then whoever die, yeah. But all right, let's go on. What's up, Zhoniin?
All right, we got the Ch remix, the CH remix 97. 1, yes, he a dead man. Okay, I certainly hope so, bro. 2, definitely not Boros and LD Centipede. I'm sorry, bro. I think it's funny to read phonetically.
You just
Are
got
way
so
stronger in that regard. spoilers.
No,
Don't
no.
click that.
Oh, yeah,
Don't click it.
Oh, baby.
Don't click those spoilers.
Okay.
Even though I don't know what spoilers he's gonna show for Elder Centipede and Boros, considering they're dead. Flashy Flash would definitely win. There you go. Making some sense here. Number 3, B. Well, this is 3B would say that they are alive, and this is One Punch Man, so I would even say they are stronger. Oh, you know what? That's interesting. So maybe they did get a Zenkai boost from that, and instead of going into monsters, they're just base level stronger now. Like maybe they're just walking dragons. That's a possibility.
All right.
They did come back from death, and that is, one of the big things in this world. So 4, A. This is by far the strongest attack we have ever seen. No.
Hell no.
No. Come on, dude.
No.
You know
Get
better
that shit
than
out of
that.
here.
Just serious.
You know better than that, bro. 5, B. As long as he learns his lesson, like with Suiburyu before. What was the question for 5?
Is like wag.
Waganma.
Yeah.
Oh, Waganma. No, he'll never learn his lesson. He's an affluent child.
No,
Well,
that's
actually,
not-
no. That
Yeah,
isn't the
5
right
isn't.
number.
This guy has
That's
this shit fucked
7.
up, dog.
But that's what he's answering. But that's not the right number.
Yeah, I know. He has like his numbers weird here. Damn it, remix. I'm pissed.
Fuck it, dog. You lost your S rank shit. What are you doing?
Hey,
nah, leave him alone.
he literally
I don't
remixed it. It's fine.
There you go. Very, very
Perfect joke.
name. And 6, Hellfire. So you're wrong about that. We just confirmed that Gale has the larger phallus. So
Yeah.
But good points on the possible Zenkai boost.
Yeah, that was some. All right, let's see. All right. The next one is. I haven't seen this one before, so the next one is Sato. Weird face, big eye face, whatever. Type shit. Yeah, you that nigga, bro. So he's from the Discord, guys. Check out the Discord where you can also reply to the poll questions and have your answers actually read out. So for the first question, is Phoenix Man dead? He said yes, Phoenix dead. For number 2, is Phoenix Man the biggest tank in the series? He says nah, probably goes to someone else. Won't mention because webcomic spoilers potentially. Even so, his ability to absorb energy greatly reduces the impact of supernova blasts and equivalent attacks. We need to see how Phoenix Man handles a casual Saitama punch, metal bat swing, or atomic slash, something with power. Alright. Acceptable. For number 3, Flashy versus Phoenix. Flashy Flash tears Phoenix Man's suit. Crackless as fuck. Alright.
Sato.
Alright. For number 4, who can beat Phoenix Man? He says Elder Centipede can beat Phoenix Man. That's about it from the list. Alright. Enough. Are they alive or are they nerfed? They're alive. If they were nerfed, it would have been noted, I believe. I think a possible rematch of Flashy Flash or a fight with another S-Class hero with the same monster power. They could also get the monster slapped out of them by Saitama in the future. Alright, that's nice. Number 6, which is stronger? The Millennium Emperor Nova. Alright, acceptable. For number 7, Waganma. He says he's a piece of shit. But still top. And then for the final question, he says Hellfire. Those aren't censored elephant trunks, like I thought before.
Oh. Well, that's an interesting take on it.
They're water
Let's address
droplets.
the elephant in the room.
So one can't judge who's got the bigger incher. But I like to think you like to think what the fuck? Hellfire does. Actually, Why do I like to think that?
And then weird Kermit face.
Nice.
Tato does what Tato does.
It's re comment. Oh shit.
There I go. So we got from God 47. First question. Yeah, he did. Number 2. Have you seen Rover? Yeah. 3. Flashy is clapping. No contest. I know Grimm hates that shit. 4. To Genos, he says, nah. Elder Elder Centipede, yeah. Sweet Mash, yeah. Males, yeah.
Wow.
Number 5, they're back to the way they were. No nurse. If anything, they were buffed since they survived lightning. All right. Number 6, Millennium Emperor Nova. 7, he's a piece of shit, but still. Oh my god. Why is everybody on the fence? It's weird because the poll shows that everybody, well, not everybody, but most people are like, man, fuck him. But the comments show, oh, he's still nah, man, you talk
He's
big
old
shit.
enough to understand.
Yeah.
No, he knows what he's doing is wrong.
Yeah. I mean, he thought about it. He was like, man, yeah. I'm the only one here. Come on, man. Number 8, Gail, no homo.
This time we're coming straight from Discord with the law. That almost the law of the Discord. Number 1, I don't think he is. I predict in the next chapter we will see his suit start to reform around his corpse. Okay, that would be fun. Like the resurrection, except the suit itself is what's resurrecting. Number 2, easily. He's shown to be able to tank more attacks than even Rover. Well.
Wait, whoa. What? What?
I guess they quantify like resurrection with tanking, so even though that's not really what tanking is,
Nope.
you do not die.
No.
Number 3, Phoenix Man, mid diffs. Flashy doesn't have an answer to his flight, resurrection, or overall durability.
Wait,
Depending on
is the law Grimm? Is this your alt account, Grimm?
What?
No, I've seen them comment in the Discord before, so I don't think it's Grimm.
Oh, you already know I'm about to read that shit. You already know.
Number 4, none of them. Okay. Number 5, I think they'll run into another S-class hero like Atomic Samurai, which he will easily dispatch of them. Or maybe even a Kaderi will kill them to hype them up. That could be fun. Finally get some of those executive actions in there.
Wait, say that one more time, Kishin. That C word that you try to say.
Kaderi? I don't know how to pronounce it. Damn it, you should know
it's
this.
just everybody's saying it differently.
I know.
It's so funny.
It's one of
Grimm
those
says
words.
cager. You say
Where's the G, damn it?
Hey, shut the fuck up,
Kishin,
man.
where's the extra A?
Whatever, anyway.
Fucking asshole.
Number 6, the Tickle Bug is OP.
Mm-hmm.
In certain circumstances, and this one being one of them. 7 is just A. I'm actually forgot. Wait, that was the if the kid is shit or not, right?
Yeah. Oh yes. Thank you, Law.
Okay.
Thank you.
And then number 8, I guess Hellfire. It's like, okay.
You got to show confidence. You got to show more confidence in your answer.
Yeah,
You got to be sure.
That's a waning fire for Hellfire there, isn't it?
All right. And I guess for the last one, nobody's read Faye, right? Or yeah, let me. Yeah, I'll read Faye, I guess. All right. So Faye says to "Is Phoenix Man dead?" Without a doubt, we see that the suit is shredded to pieces, and Phoenix Man said that he lost his power. For the second question, is Phoenix the biggest tank? He says, while I think Phoenix Man can take a lot of punishment, I believe he just lucked out on his opponent. Remember that most of the attacks he tanked were energy attacks that he mostly absorbed. And the ones that weren't, he had his resurrection to fall back on. Just extremely lucky circumstances. Alright. For the question, Phoenix versus Flashy, Child Emperor only struggled as much as he did because Brave Giant is slow. Nani? His strikes lacked refinement, and his main method of attacking energy beams and blasts, were what made Phoenix Man stronger. Energy absorption, which gives him a new form, and is basically how he survived the Kamehameha. Considering Flash's main fighting style is slicing and bisecting opponents, along with the fact that you don't even need to completely rip off the suit to remove Phoenix Man's power. It's a pretty bad matchup for Phoenix Man, which is why he was sweating Flash even in his brilliance form, no less. Tighten the fuck up, Faye. We don't sweat nobody. Like, fucking crapulous ass. Alright, for the fourth question, who can beat Phoenix Man? Outer Centipede, Sweet Mask, and Mel's. Melzigard, I believe. For the fifth question, are they alive? They're both alive and nerfed. I think they lost their monster powers. They might just be human now.
Starting to see a pattern with that now.
Yeah. It's funny. 6, which is stronger, he says, no doubt. The tickle bug was just a way to deal with that specific opponent. You have to remember that a lot of fights and attacks are also due to matchup and do not have much power or stronger attack. Okay. For Waganma, he says, fuck that spoiled little shit.
Hey.
And then this nigga gay. He said,
So much confidence, man. So much
the
confidence.
fuck? Gay win, of course.
Yeah, see, like the audacity for you to even ask that question. I like answers like that.
I like how it's objective to him. He knows something that we don't.
Oh shit.
Like, how dare you even ask that, bro?
Alright guys, so that was it for 100.2 / 140 something .2 / 100 complete
142.
142.
Get this numbering shit straight.
Yeah, like this is like goddamn, bro. But amazing chapter. Hopefully we'll get another release in an appropriate time period so we can gush some more. I think we're all expecting and maybe even hoping to move on from this great accomplishment and this great fight to another hero's circumstance. We predicted in the previous polls who was going to be the next fight, and that was Sweet Mask was the community's predictions. So we'll see if that comes to be the light. I know I've heard Zombie Man as well. I'm excited for whoever shows up next. All these heroes seem badass. All these heroes have badass stories and shit. We know everybody's going to bring the fire. Just like we ourselves are going to bring the fire up until that point. Check out everybody's channels. Do you guys have any special content that you're going to drop within the next, 6 months?
Well, hold on. I want to ask this question real quick. Because you asked the question of who's going to fight next, but who do you guys want to see fight next?
Zombie Man.
Same.
Him or Darkshine.
He has no manga feats.
That is true.
He's done nothing. So we need to see this dude.
I think
Yeah, go with that.
I think I want to see yeah, I'll go with Zombie. Yeah. Because people keep telling me about that whole vampire guy. I'm kind of intrigued to see what he does. But we'll see. Especially because, how to put this? The ability to revive something is, supernatural. And this is kind of like a superpower series. We haven't really seen that many, I guess the proper term is supernatural phenomenon. Shit like that before. We haven't really seen too much of shit like that. So, it makes me wonder what an occult dark character like a vampire is gonna pull out. Is he gonna have like fucking witchcraft and shit? Like, what kind of shit is he gonna pull out? I'm interested to see that. But yeah, let's go down the line. Kishin, you got any video you're gonna put out in the next few days?
Any what?
You got a video you're gonna put out in the next few days?
I might start live streaming with relatively soon, like my comic live reaction stuff for longer, kind of like short series and that kind of thing. But I've got My Hero power-up videos planned out, so look forward to that.
All right. What's up, Satsuki?
Well, I gotta figure out a way to illegally watch this Love Live Sunshine movie that just came out a couple of days ago, because you know I'm not paying for it. I'm gonna figure out a way to watch that, and then a video I got upcoming is Yamcha from Dragon Ball, of course, versus Yoshiko from Love Live Love Live Sunshine. So that video is going to be like, you know, bottom tier type of shit, like just bottom of the barrel, just scrape it out of your ass type of video. So that should be fun. I already got the intro made and other shit, but I gotta actually make the video.
Shit. All right. What's up, Matt?
I feel like that 6-month comment at the beginning was aimed at me.
Soda shots.
I think I can't say anything. I don't know. I'm planning at probably near end of Jan. That's probably the only thing to do a catch up on One Piece and My Hero Academia. Considering these guys were talking about it earlier, but considering doing maybe reviewing Mob Psycho and Promised Neverland when it comes out as well. I'll wait and see on that one and see what they're like first. But yeah, that's it for now.
Hell yeah.
All good options.
What's up, Zhoniin?
So yeah, I'm just working my way into My Hero stuff. Like, I'm almost there. That's really what I'm pushing towards. We got How Strong is Mirio coming, How Strong is Overhaul, How Strong is Hawks, How Strong is Prime All Might, Endeavor. I really want to do that stuff. One Punch Man's still here, and that's cool, but I'm really on My Hero right now. I'm very close to breaking out into that part of the game.
Hell yeah, bro. Trash Heroes where it's at. There's a huge
Yeah.
fanboys for it.
You will eat those words one day, Grimm.
Grimm, you're coming around, all right? And I like it. I like that you're coming around to My Hero. You'll be on board by before the year's over.
You got me fucked up. You got me fucked. All right, guys. I think I have 2 projects coming. Their entire playlist series. The first one is we're actually gonna try and get off the ground our own power scaling series. It's gonna be involving all characters of all the series that I cover. We're gonna have a set format to it, and it's gonna be my own personal outlook on how to appropriately power scale. It'll be weird. And we're also alongside of the One Piece draft, which will be continuing in a few days. Sorry for the 10 to 7 day hiatus that it's been since the beginning of the year. I haven't put out a video. I just downloaded the Resolve editing software, and I'm getting all jiggy with that shit. So it's a lot of orifices and holes I gotta get inside of, get up and used to nutting before I can actually put out videos of it. So sorry for that shit's taking so long. And titties or ass?
Roast him in the comments about that.
Wait, ask the question again.
In the comment section. Titties or ass?
Well, I would like to read a quote from my main man's Kiyoshi, and he perfectly just illustrated this. In the end, boobs are nothing more than fake asses. And if I had to choose between the original and the imitation, of course I would choose the original. The only answer to this question should be ass. I'm sorry.
It's gotten to the point of where I don't even care about tits. Honestly, I mean, I don't even do anything with them. I'm just
Boring
like
as
straight
shit.
ass.
No,
Just like-
this is just boring, man. It's 2019. Let's move on to better body parts. Eyelashes,
That's it.
elbows, asses. You know.
Like if you're a chick and you
Eyelash.
have like a flat ass chest but a huge ass, I'm on board. I don't give a fuck about
That's
this.
actually the prime girl with the fat booty, not so big chest, nice face. That's yeah, you go right there. And you got the females with the big titties, not so big booty, but the beautiful face. Hey, there you go. And you got the skinny females where the titties aren't that big and the ass ain't that big, but they're super pretty and it's all proportionate. You got those.
I
females.
sleep.
You sleep on the hose. All right, guys. You guys already know. Hop in the comment section. Tag your comment with
My nuts.
Oh, that's. What was it? Dead man water or like?
Dead ass water. Dead ass body water.
Yeah, dead ass body
Corpse
water.
water.
Tag your comment with dead ass body water and
They ain't gonna tag it with that shit.
tag
You'd
your answer
probably be surprised.
to booty or titties with dead ass body water. And in the next podcast, Zhoniin will do a twerking video for that boys. We'll have it on there throughout the
Yeah,
podcast.
yeah, I'm gonna do it, guys. Confirm.
Yeah, confirm.
I'm gonna do a twerking video.
Heard it first.
Stipulation.
Confirm. Let's see how boys later on, man. Yo!